everybody. You can taste our cherry wine of this village.
Cheers.
From Cappadocia,
Salud.
Mustafapaşa.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome everybody.
Hello everyone, we're here having an interview with, I'll get everyone to introduce themselves. I'll go first. So, Chris Hall from Canada, 55 years old. Came across this place 8 days ago, still here. And for people that have been watching, Ercan laughed at me the first day when I said I would only be one night.
Yeah, I was laughing you remember now.
I've been here 8 days, and it was a huge surprise, the landscape changing, and I'm gonna let you tell more of the story, but I've really had an amazing 8 days here, and learned so much. Over to my left.
Hi, I'm Andra, I'm 31, I'm from France. It's been actually the third time here for me this year in Cappadocia, so I really like the place.
Yeah, and I'm Luz Marian from Philippines. I arrived very few days ago, 2-3 days ago. And the first day I've not done anything. It's a very cool place to rest, and then I've easily met. I mean, Ercan gave me tips on how to meet people, and it's so effective.
Yeah.
I really love
so
this
difficult,
place.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'm liking this place as well. That's why I intend to stay only until 23rd. And I moved my ticket on the first night on 24th. to at least finish the entire day.
Okay, your turn.
So, my name is Ercan. When you say Ercan from Cappadocia, everybody know me.
Yeah.
I am living in Mustafapaşa. I born in this village. And my grandparents that are coming from Balkan side to here, from Thessaloniki, in 1923-24, with the exchange of population, meantime. So my family come to start here like 100 years ago, 1900.
Third generation?
Yeah, I'm third generation here. And I prepare now my kids also, like fourth generation.
Yeah.
I wish there are continued like me and their parents.
Yeah, so you were a little boy
Yeah.
from this to now.
When I was 7 years old, really, I start to be here, and this make a pleasure to me here to contact with the world people.
Yes.
I grow up here with the world people.
So your grandfather started this place, and tell me a little bit about his vision when he started to build the caves and into the cliff.
I will tell this story. It's really interesting, make me interest always when I was child. In the family that I was talking about, there are say 2 American lady from New York that are come to the village. That are lose their bags or passport, money, everything. And meaning time, no happens, no one hotel, hostel or pension. The chief of the village, he must invite the people who is lost the way or who's come to village. So he invite to home, like guest. There are offered dinner, breakfast, rooms, all necessary. That's our tradition, no? So there are accept in the home to American ladies during 3 months. And there are start to asking, why you don't have any hotel? And our family don't know what's mean hotel, for what is necessary. So there are say, it's very easy for you because you do already free. You make the same things commercial. You can open the room and sell it to people, and the name of this hotel. Then my father, he was study commercial school. Then when he finished the school, he started working in the bank, official bank, government bank. So he's beginning of the month. He say he's looking the world background of the vitrine. So this is not a happy life. This really boring. He feel like he's in the prison with the American ladies' idea. He insists to his father. He said, okay, must buy a building and make a hotel. Why not? He's commercial man and he know the speaking English and make the commerce. So there are buy this building at 1968. We can use just 3 room available, meaning time. So there are open the 3 room, there are take lancer and there are say this is Monastery hotel. And in the years sometimes the people that are asking why there's have no pension. So there are, don't know what's pension, that's like hotel, pension, hostel, that's all the same, meaning time, no happened, but there are changed the name. There are say monastery pension during the time after monastery hotel, and again hostel, pension. The end, I say, okay, the people that are coming here for sleeping in the cave rooms, so we must put the name like Monastery Cave Hotel. So, when my grandfather is getting more older, so my father is continuing this work. And there are in this salon, they are making music in winter time, some fire, and enjoy it full here. There are make a lot of party in this hall. You can have a look also inside with by camera to show inside what's happened. Since long time is quiet, but before nearly every night my father he was playing music here, drinking all together and dancing all together and make reunion with all the world people.
How many languages have you learned over the years here?
Oh, when I was child, I started to learn English. Then I study in the school English. Then at the tourism school, I study French. After I learned Spanish, Italian. Our mother language it was Macedonian, like similar of Bulgarian language.
Yep.
Then I was guiding since child. I was really wondering to bring the people close here where there are can interest. Then I start to guiding to the people and someone there don't know to speak language. For example, someone coming from France or Spain and there don't know where there are can find people to speak this language. So I say to me, so I must learn this language, all the world language. Beginning which language I need, I start to learn English, after French, after Spanish, Italian. And when I was traveling, I was guiding people. They are asking me, what about under the pictures or frescoes of the churches, what is this meaning? There are put to name from up to down. So I say to me, I must learn Greek also for read this phrase, what mean?
Interesting.
What about this history? So I start to learn Greek, also I can write, read Greek. I didn't practice really much. I can't speak very much, but I can speak like actuality words or actuality necessary.
Nice. Maybe we'll start with some of us asking questions. I'll ask one in the
Yes,
beginning,
please.
but all these rooms, when your great-grandfather moved here, it wasn't a hotel, so were these caves already here? Like the fireplace
Yes.
behind us was already
No,
here?
the fireplace, I do it like 12 years ago, something like this. But all this carved place that are original from like more than 1,000 years ago, or 1,500, or even possible 2,000 years ago, there are carved these rooms, this style to live inside, sacred, because between 5th and 6th century after Jesus Christ, we get some invasion from Sasani groups. So there are the killer, and there are come to here for pick up the dear things from the who is living around here. So there are coming from by Silk Road. So who is living here, meaning time the Byzantine Orthodox people, there are carved like under the Grand City. You see all these houses like under the Grand City, even this is high or down, doesn't matter. When you carve it, even you see in many days, pigeon houses. So there are start to carve it, like cave houses, there are bring for our side just small windows for looking who is coming. And there are doing some houses like castle on the top point, and from down to up you can go by tunnels, like labyrinths.
Imagine more than 15, 20 generations of families moving through this cave building and adding
Exactly.
on. I can't imagine.
Many generation passed from these houses.
Sure, sure.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, well, do you girls have any questions?
My question, usually, how long people stay in your home here in the
I
monastery?
can say, and generally, who is know they are coming for 1 week or 2 weeks, but who is don't know they are just coming here for see, or they are thinking in one day they are can visit Cappadocia and they are given reservation for 1 night or 2 nights. But after meeting here, and they are saying, wow, this is so big, it's not enough even 1 week or 2 weeks to visiting Cappadocia or declare the interesting things. So Now the people who know the history of Cappadocia, how bigger it is. So they are coming minimum for 1 week. But who don't know, they are thinking Cappadocia is a city. They are just passing one night and one day. They are can visit and go back.
Okay, your turn.
So you said your grandfather started with 3 rooms, and now we are up to how many rooms?
I have 13 rooms. I mean, we had rooms, but available for using like hotel. There are start beginning with 3 rooms. After there are start to restoration, make availability to accept to guests, then open more and more. And where there are need more room, we have a lot of halls. Still, we can make more bigger. I have a lot of like I use like salon, cafe, restaurant room, breakfast hall. So even if I will need more room, so I can use one of these also like room for sleeping room.
And when you started, was it a restaurant and a bar, or did it came
No,
after?
when there are started, it was just opening the hall, the rooms, and the sitting area. It was just here inside. We have like carved chair there for sitting and original table, like 1,000 years old table inside. So there was using here like breakfast salon, dinner salon, sitting salon, like lobby, multifunction, you know. Afterward, there are need some more salon for like restaurant or another room for breakfast hall. So there are using the other size, and next on the street we have some more like office or small cafe, and there are start using slowly these are beginning. We have only during 3 months tourism, and most hippie there was coming here, and there was looking just for free or for very cheap places to passing the night. And meantime, my father, he was playing very good Turkish traditional folk guitar and singing. So he enjoyed with his guitar, and all the guests that are allowed, they are stay more longer. And most of them, they are coming every year. They are come back and come back again.
I think when you come here, you come as a guest, and then you gain a friend, and then you gain a tour guide, and then you gain resources from everything around Cappadocia. I said that right? So I know for me, coming from a foreign country, the comfort level being here, and just learning about the area, and this area, there's something special about it. The buildings, the caves, the architectural work, if I said that right. And I've had a great 8 days here.
The view, magical colors, you see around. Everything is very sacred here.
Yes.
Very sacred,
Yeah.
really. When you go somewhere else, in the halls, in the room, in the church, or under the ground, every point I feel when I'm traveling, even 1,000 times I went the same places. Every entrance, something give me energy. Some spirits invite me there, so I can't go far from here. I love to be here, and most of my guests, when I was traveling in Cappadocia, they are ask me, how many times you went here? I say, I don't remember, but more than 1,000 times. And they are ask me, you're not bored to see always the same place? I say, no, never I think about this, because every moment of the year, different view, different colors, different smelling, and different feeling.
That's Andrea taught me that every day she would say, do you want to go here? And in my mind I would think, okay, I've seen a cave, I've been in a cave, I've been out a cave, I've climbed on a cave, I've been through villages, and then we went on our day trips, and you come back and I would say, you know, you were right, it's so different, the different greens and the pinks and the grays, and yeah, it's a beautiful area. And I know with making the videos, many people, even people that have visited Turkey that didn't see this area, are like, I have to go back, and I really wish I could go home for Christmas and come back. Unfortunately, I have to go back.
Yeah, you
to
must
Ibiza,
come
but
back, of
again.
course.
Yeah. And I can
You're
tell you that
really
this guy, my first 2 days here, I thought, okay, where are you? Where in the mornings? But I've heard you leave at 3:30. I've stayed up with you till 3. And I know you put in long hours here, but it seems a labor of love for you. You know, you meet so many people from all over. And
I feel this, and this most bigger pleasure of me to feeling the people here.
Yeah.
That are feel very safe, very good, and very friendly, and nice atmosphere. And you see during the night how many people there are coming to say hi and bye, and
Yeah.
someone singing
Yeah.
or playing some folk guitars, anything, even international guitars.
Yeah.
You see our Colombian people, they are also
Oh, yeah.
making nice music on the street
Yeah.
next to fire.
I see. You told me a little bit about how you feel at night versus the day. Maybe you could tell us a bit about that. You know, how the nighttime was just, you just felt closer to people, or, you know?
I didn't understand your question
Okay,
exactly,
so-
but
You were telling me how more the night for you is magic, like
yeah.
more intimate, more so than the daytime. You know, that people.
Yeah, in daytime, most when it's busy time, you see just the people that are just quickly passing, eating and going, and I'm waiting the best moment
Mhm.
to make nice conversation with the people.
Mhm.
So when it's getting quiet, dinner finish, drinking finish, close to middle night or just after middle night, so I can feeling better. The visitor, what they are feeling about here, about Turkey, Cappadocia, or my village, or from me.
Mhm.
We transmit our feeling beginning. After we look in the eyes of the people, what they are thinking. We are looking about, from every country have people.
Mhm.
We are looking in
Yeah.
the eyes, what they are thinking about, and we start to feeling. After with the feeling, we start to conversation.
Yes, I
Then
Yeah.
we share our culture each other. We share our experience of
Mhm.
the life.
for
We
sure.
share about experience with the professional things,
Mhm.
what we don't know, or we must share some things what we know very good.
Mhm. Yeah, well, I've said this before, that sometimes you meet people on your journey that change your direction,
Yeah.
maybe that day. Sometimes you meet people that you remember, you know, years later. And some people change the way you think, and some people just profoundly change your adventure or your life a bit, you know. And I've only known you a week.
Sometimes I change their life, sometimes
Yeah.
they are change my life, of course.
Yes, of course, we've shared stories and our families, and I think that's one of your secrets to this hotel that people don't know just from seeing your Airbnb is
Yeah.
how when you come here you feel like family almost right away. You really do.
That's my feeling.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah.
When I see some visitor here, I feel I am a very big family in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the feeling, I choose my guests also.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just people that are passing next the door. My feelings say there are very nice people, very
Mhm.
kind of people. I invite them just for offering a tea, for conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes some wine, and just I do the fire on the street and start a nice conversation.
I'm guessing that if your grandfather and your father were looking down, they would smile in the middle of the night, knowing that everyone's smiling, laughing from different countries, on our phones trying to translate different languages. You know?
Dancing on the street.
We were dancing on the street. I've sang, had a cigarette with you. I've had a beer with you, and yeah, I'm sure they would be very happy. The tradition is going from generation to generation. So, with that, you have 3 kids, and
Well, 2 kids.
oh, I thought the 2 girls and the boy.
No, boyfriend.
Sorry, so I'll edit that out. So with that, you have 2
Yeah, you
children.
can say 3, okay.
Yes.
I accept.
You actually-
I accept always.
This is unedited, so I apologize.
A new member, Bobby.
Do you see it moving through the next generation?
Yeah.
Good.
I see this.
Yeah. So,
I feel this, or I wish this, and
Mhm.
we will see what will happen
Yeah,
in
it's
the future.
impressive, I mean.
Never know.
they're always
They're already there,
Yeah.
helping,
Yeah, I
and they
see.
do it
With the feeling, I
with
see.
the feeling, and
Yeah.
they're already speaking.
Because
English.
when I see people that are obligated to do some things, I don't like to see this.
Mm-hmm.
If there are won't really by heart to doing some things, I give permission for everybody, of course.
Well, I can tell you even when you're not looking, your children are very attentive to everyone. And, you know, they don't have to be all the time, but I'm
Yeah,
sure they
but
get that
there are
from you
like
and
for
your wife.
this reason too, because you know kids, there are always kids in the world.
Mhm.
If there are don't want some things, you can push them to make some things obligate.
Mhm. Yep.
So this the good feeling for me.
Yeah, good.
And there are start to learn the life very early.
Yeah, good. One question I had, I know we're not deep in the caves, and I know it gets, for me it was, I did not know that Turkey had winters like this. seeing pictures of snow and minus 20. So when it's minus 20 for 1 week, are you still able to accommodate guests, or does it just get too cold?
We are always here. No, the weather can be cold outside, on the street,
Yeah.
after middle night or very early morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes really minus 27, I can say. Not always, but in daytime, sometimes, most of the time, it's like 5, 10 degrees.
Mm.
When it's really after snow, next day you can see sometimes minus 10 in the day, during the day, but sunshine.
Mhm.
The sunshine, the sunlight on the snow is
Mhm.
really amazing.
Yeah.
Most of tourists, most of visitors, they are see just on the
Yeah.
card postals.
Yeah.
But if you will stay 1 week more in Turkey,
Yeah,
you will see the
it
snow.
might get
I have
stuck.
some friends that are telling
Yeah.
me next week we will have the first snow of the year.
Oh, you want to keep me here then?
I need to get going because I'm on 2 wheels, but my envision of Turkey when I was young was camels. And I've seen 2, but they're a show of camels. And sand, you know, I really had no idea that the center of Turkey would have winter. You know, big surprise for me, you know. And I'm sure 1,000 years ago, I mean, they had their fires and stuff, but you have heat in here besides obviously wood burning. It's a boiler. You burn gas.
No, nothing.
Central.
We have gas, I can say here, maybe like last 40, 60 years. Before we was always traditional. We
Mhm.
make fire in the home, available place, and you can use the same place like kitchen. You can put the casserole on the fire, make your cooking,
Mhm.
and heating your home.
Mhm. Yeah. Using every piece of
Yeah,
wood, every
of course,
food from
because
the area, and yeah,
You must
Apples.
respect the ecology first.
yeah,
After economy,
yeah.
meaning
Okay.
time they are not losing money, but economy mean you must not spend some things for nothing, just like necessary, not
Mhm.
more than necessary.
Mhm.
Traditional people that are really respect to everything's
Nature.
natural. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ecology also is
True.
was very important for them because ecology give them their food and
Mhm.
everything's all necessary.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed the last few months being in Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, that they have apple trees and pear trees in their yard, and they're actually using them. In Canada, we would just go to the grocery store and get them. I think there's more waste, and you learn more that how to
Yeah.
appreciate
We
those
have
smaller
apricots
things.
this
from
region.
here.
This is the
Yes.
apricot seed. Please
Yes. Yeah.
taste this, very tasty, like almond.
Yeah.
And really tasty, and this is really give you a lot of energy. So
Mm.
winter time, what they are doing in the covered rooms, covered houses,
Mm.
what they are doing all the summer, like planting or recolting things, they are keep for winter time. But they are working all the summer for passing a nice winter.
Mhm. Yeah, the food in Turkey
The
is
food is
delicious.
really very delicious.
If I don't leave soon, I'm going to be a bigger adventure rider. But I tell myself as I'm eating, well, pretty soon I'm going to be home back to the regular food. So, okay, so I'll edit that part out. But I'll ask. So I'll ask you guys. What's one of the things from this area, or a couple things, that just in Turkey, I know that for me, this area came out of nowhere, and just seeing the caves and the different colors. What's something for you that sticks in your mind from this town and this area?
Well, for me, I wasn't totally planning to go to Cappadocia, but in Instagram, what's famous is the gureme, right? But then, a last minute decision, I said I have to see Cappadocia because anyway I'm in Turkey. So I just booked it. Still thinking about the hot air balloon. But when I met you guys and you brought me to caves that I could not even climb, it's just that you guys were really supportive and helping me do it. It's actually the people, especially if you go away from the very touristic area, it's attracts me. So I met her. Andrea's been coming back and forth for 3 months, so it means there's really something really nice in this place. And when she started showing me this today, it's just the overall feeling that as you said, Erjan, it looks like every day it's a brand new day, like you're in a brand new place. I am even posting on my Instagram that I can leave here. It's living like a local, and living the life that they have itself, the lifestyle, the local life is so convenient, and I can consider staying, coming back and forth in this place. It's that feeling,
Yes.
and the nature itself. I have that wonder how this came out of nowhere. Like I still cannot figure out how hardworking people are, and to create such majestic places.
Mhm.
So there's
True.
so much more to learn about this place. It keeps you hungry, and as a traveler, not a tourist,
Mhm.
this is really what keeps me personally interested, because I am not a tourist. I'm a traveler. So just
True.
like you guys, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy as well to meet guys
Yeah.
like you in this exact hotel. Like all of us are being attracted into one place that pulls people of the same belief come together. So
Sure.
that's what you do. That's what our friend from yesterday has been doing, Carmelo. We are all travelers, and I know Andrea is as well.
Mhm.
And that energy
It's true.
is itself, and the host putting us all together is really important. And that's what attracted me when I saw it in Airbnb.
Mhm.
I know it's far, but I just cannot imagine how far because I really haven't been here. My first day was a challenge, but getting through that, after that, it's really worth it. Urgent knows that.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it, and that's why I'm extending my stay and plan to come back. And I also recommend this place to my friends. So yeah.
That's my pleasure to have these words.
Yeah.
Magic words for
Yeah.
me.
And
For
I know.
this reason, here I am. I can do many things. I have a lot of job. I can do everything, but I love. But what I love here, the heart, magic, specific words.
Mhm.
All my traveler who is passing from here. So we share our culture and nicely heard.
Mhm.
Somebody happy about my family, my place. For this reason, I don't want to going far from here to meet some more old people.
Mhm. Well, you can hire Andrea because
Yeah, she's actually doing very
she's
well.
almost professional now, tour guide, and she's been right 5 or 6 times and I've been wrong the other 5. So yeah, so I know for me, I wanted to pick a spot in Turkey. I was hoping to find a spot where you could take in the Turkish culture. One, feel safe, which I have entire Turkey, but my bike is unlocked. I didn't even take the key out of my room. So for me, it was good. I gained a friend with you. You know, I feel comfortable, and it was just a really good week to see the real Turkey. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for that. Yeah. So, anyways, is there anything else you want to add?
Andrea, maybe?
Your favorite thing in the area?
Yeah, I first came here for horse. I mean, it's also
Yes,
really
of
famous
course.
Haven't
for
said this much.
horse riding. So yeah, my first experience was here. So I first discovered Cappadocia on horseback, which was a different experience. And
Yeah.
now I had a chance to do that all over again, walking, and I never get tired of it. I'm always
Mhm.
mind blown by the colors, and now the color of mountains
Mhm.
just makes the atmosphere completely different. And yeah, you definitely never get tired of it.
Yeah.
And also how welcoming people are around here.
For sure.
I mean, I'm a girl traveling here alone in my car if I want, and I just feel safe, you know. So I
Mhm.
think it's really important to feel safe and welcome.
Same. Yep. And I know you love to take pictures because every drone shot I took of you, you have your camera out. Unless it was staged, like I want you to walk past the tree.
Yeah, that's what she's been doing as well today.
Oh, yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
Andrea, you're so generous with pictures.
Yeah. Well,
Filipinos will love you, by the way.
we all.
I
I
hope
think
that's not just for it.
we all learned something, and we, you know, even in the last few days, I made some mistakes or we do things, but that's one thing about, like you mentioned, as travelers, you know, you get so much from other people, tips and things, and actually you become good yourself. You might not be good in this area, but you're good in another area, and I think we feed off each other, and like you said, there's an atmosphere in the room. When the other night, Pakistan, Italy, Germany, Philippines comes in, but everyone has a different way of looking at things. But in general, at 2 in the morning, we're all the same. You know, we might even look
We
different.
start to feel
yeah.
each other better.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Yeah,
When we are far from each other,
yeah,
how we can feel it, what we
Mhm.
are thinking about,
I agree.
what we are waiting from the life.
Yeah,
Regular life, you listen, you are regular worker,
yeah.
always go back to home and work,
Mhm.
like robot.
Yeah,
And you can think about what's happening in the world.
yeah,
What about the life? Life is not only eating, sleeping, and going to work. We
Mhm.
must go out of this. We must work this way.
Yes, true. Very true.
Because we live one time. We are not robots just working. We are not in this world for working.
Mhm.
We are in this world also thinking, visiting,
Mhm.
share our idea, make some things magic, interesting,
Mhm.
or comparing. Why there are can do this, we can't do this.
Mhm.
Everybody can do everything what there are wish, but there must we have passion
Mhm.
to follow their
Yes.
wishing.
I agree. And when you meet these people, it's like having a big book of friends, and everyone has so many resources and so many things. And I just find, like, when someone asks me, you know, what's the purpose of your trip? I used to really think of an answer, and now I say, I really don't know. I'm going around the world collecting all this information, making a book of chapters of my life. And at the end, as I got older, and I'm learning from each chapter, learning from each person, learning from each country, my purpose will be at the end. I don't know, but you don't always have to have a purpose to be moving forward too, right? So, but anyways, we've talked quite a bit, and this is my
Thank you
friend
very
here.
much. Yeah,
I've
thank
met
you very
many
much.
people along the way, and I've had a great 8 days, and same with us, and we just
When I
met
see-
yesterday,
yeah.
but, yeah, you have a really good place here. I think that you just have an atmosphere that if people could see it in Airbnb, you know, they would be here every time because you don't disappoint.
And
So,
I think always that's a big pleasure to me
yeah, yeah,
to see my guests that are come here, and I try to make all my best, like always, like beginning until when I will die. Of course, I
Sure.
will be the same. I will not change.
Yeah.
This is my life. This is my biggest pleasure.
I knew the first day when I got here and your guests were leaving, and I think I heard him say he loved you, and you loved him back, and I heard him say, I love the way you are, I love the way you make me feel, and I could tell, I was like, there's something going on here, I need to find out, so that was 8 days ago, so thank you very much
Yes.
again, thanks for
Very
joining our
deep
interview.
feeling. That's really different feeling.
Yeah, so, all right, well, we still have, I still have a video about inside the cave, but this place is amazing, it's 2,000 years old, can't imagine the stories if these walls could talk, so thank you, and see you from Canada, France, Philippines, and Turkey. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you. That was good.
So cheers.
Oh, it wasn't going. No.